Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode 148 of the Green Umbrella Live Lunch. 148 episodes. Wow, 148 weeks. Just goes to show like how long we've been doing this for now. And like how many different faces we've had over that time, whether it's like people who've been part of the team and moved on, or like guests we've had as well. That's a lot. It's a lot. Can we talk about consistency, commitment, and that kind of thing? It's like, wow, here we are doing it. Anyway, I'm just rambling because no one's watching yet because of the delay. But it's fine. So I've just got the LinkedIn notification telling me that I'm live on LinkedIn. So hopefully the Facebook one will pop up in a minute as well. So yeah, there you go. We're starting to get some numbers now. Hurrah, hurrah. So yeah, here we are, episode 148 of the Green Umbrella Live Lunch. Very, very exciting. It's a special episode this time, and we'll have a chat around the social media news and that kind of thing, and then I'll pick the right moment to share why it's such a special episode. I feel a bit weird being on here and not wearing green. I should have changed my top before.
You've got the green umbrella badge above the website. So that could be your green in your corner. Oh, and your name. There you go.
Yeah. I'll just be like, I've got no coordination.
Yeah.
All right. So it's been the last week has just been a blast, really, for me. I'm like Recruitment Agency Expo, then over to Expert Empires. Then I was working with the Success Psychology team on all the emotional change therapy stuff over the weekend. So it's like literally I've been away for a week, arrived back on a Monday, got some rest because I bloody needed it. And then the last couple of days have just been a whirlwind with like loads of calls, talking to people off the back of the events last week. Talking about social media strategies and all of that sort of stuff. So now I just feel completely like, how are we at Thursday lunchtime already?
This week is really bad.
Time is just flying.
Yeah.
And the clocks have changed. So now we've got like more time in the evening. It's like it's completely messed up my body clock, I'm not gonna lie.
We're all tired, aren't we? Everyone's tired.
Yeah. And then we've got these 4-day weeks coming up, and they always make me complain. So yeah, it's like interesting times. But that also means I feel a little bit behind on the social media news. It's like I've like seen loads of headlines, but not really been able to deep dive into much at the minute. So really hoping you guys have got some stuff we can chat over this week. I'm sure you will have, because that's the point. So who wants to kick off?
Okay, if you want. Oh, sorry.
Go on, Jay.
Yeah, go on, Jay.
Okay. So there's one for Twitter that I've got. Basically, so
hold on. How many have you got?
I've got 2 things.
2 things. All right, just give us one for now.
One for now. Okay. So yeah, Twitter, because obviously there's a lot of fake AI images around. Twitter have basically, we've talked about it before, that they have this sort of community regulators, and you can apply to be a community regulator and you can comment on what you think is fake and all the rest of it. So they've introduced a sort of image thing where community contributors will be able to add notes to images that they know are fake. So there was one doing the rounds last week or something of the Pope wearing a big puffer jacket. I didn't realise that was fake until just now, but anyway. So
wearing it, like Nicole's laughing because I can never say it, but Balenciaga. Is it Balenciaga?
Yeah.
All right, I didn't realise what brand it was.
That's really bad.
It's the whole good image.
Wow.
Yeah, it looked really real. To say it wasn't.
I thought it was real. I didn't look into it that closely. I thought it was slightly weird.
Did you not see it?
No, need to see this. How have I missed this? I'm surprised it wasn't like, I'm sure it went viral, but maybe I just missed it.
It did, absolutely. And there's been a couple of articles on it in terms of, so the fact that it appeared in the first place, but then actually why did it go viral? Because
maybe
it just
wearing like a jacket you wouldn't expect. What made me laugh is that even you hadn't even told me the name of the jacket, and then you're just
Have I not seen this?
Yeah, I have not seen that there. Do you know what? It suits him. I feel
It is
like he
bizarre.
can pull it off.
But this is the
Yeah.
thing,
You mean the colour suits him?
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's the
Yeah, if it's a red coat, it wouldn't work so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
It does look like real though, really real.
Definitely. Anyway, so with these community things, though, if someone spots something like that, they can add a note to it, and it will automatically add that note to every single instance of that image on Twitter. So that is quite handy, because it means if the people keep on sharing it, then that will carry on and go through with it. So you'll be able to see, hopefully, that it's a fake. So
Yeah,
I think that's quite a good idea. So.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
And what if there's a million photos of that same thing? Then they'll all just get
Probably is
like,
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. That's cool.
Definitely.
Cool. And then, so you got another thing, Jane?
Oh, right. I thought I was only doing one.
Well, no, so just before you do, so here's why this is a special episode, because this next thing, we've been laughing all week because Jane's doing lots of things for the last time at the minute. So unfortunately, this is Jane's last episode of the Green Umbrella Live Lunch. She's about to deliver her last news item on the Green Umbrella Live Lunch. It is, just really, really sad to be announcing that Jane's buggering off and abandoning us. So it's really sad. After 10 years, nearly 11 years, right?
It'll be 11 in May. It would be 11 in May.
Wow.
Years in May. So it's like, we're really, really sad to be losing Jane from the team, but she's found a job that is the job found her, and it is marketing, of course, social media, of course, with a company that won't say who the company is right now, but it's something that's really, really aligned with Jane. And when she kind of passed me the dreaded white envelope, my heart sunk. When we then had the conversation, she told me where she was going, what she was going to be doing. I was just so excited for her. So it is the perfect. If there was ever a time Jane was going to go, like, this is the opportunity. It couldn't be more perfect. So we're wishing her well, hoping she hates it, and teasing her as much as we possibly can between now and when she leaves us in the first week of April. So on that note, Jane, please, let's hear your very last news item on your very last Green Umbrella Live Lunch.
Feels like this should be a fanfare for I this feel one. like we should like. We should have some sound effects ready.
Yeah, I feel they should have some music coming in now.
We'll save that for the end.
I thought we were going to do national anthem.
God, no, we're not. Only if you're.
Oh, look. Is it going to? There we go.
That's a running joke in the office about David's monthly invoices. Every time I send one out, it's like, oh no, do I have to pay? It makes me laugh. Yeah, I'll miss that. Anyway, sorry, I'm afraid my last news article is not all that exciting, but anyway. I should have found a better one. No, actually, it is quite fun. So Meta have introduced some new ad options, basically. So at the minute, if you do a Reels ad, you will be able to put a messenger thing at the bottom of it. So the reel will play as a sponsored reel, and then you get a little message that says send message. So that will open up whichever DM you choose, and then you'll be able to obviously talk directly to the person who's put the advert on. But on top of that, you will now also be able to send it to WhatsApp. So I don't think you could do that before. It was just Instagram Messenger or normal Messenger. So now you're able to do WhatsApp as well. So if you've got a company WhatsApp set up, that's probably a really good thing. So you can put your little video on, someone clicks straight through, opens up your WhatsApp, has a little chat about your product or whatever, hopefully buys it. So I think, that's a good one.
I'm very excited about this one because I always feel like the paid ads on Instagram, unless if you've got a product that's like less than 20 quid, 30 quid, ads on Instagram really are their brand awareness and little more. So I think this actually, the whole kind of DM strategy is the last 6 months or so, 6 to 12 months, I've seen a lot of people having some real success with DM strategies on Instagram. So this ad now, coupling Reels and a DM strategy together, like you're just going to be, a lot of people will be set for success, especially people in this kind of the coaching consultancy world. I think all of a sudden Instagram ads will become so much more valuable just because of this. What we need to look out for though is, so different types of ads, dependent on like where they are in the funnel, they take a lot more investment to get a result. So that's what we'll need to test. So, and do you get better responses if you're pushing people into WhatsApp versus Instagram messaging versus Facebook Messenger? The fact that they've added WhatsApp, I think that's going to be better. I think that is what's going to make it fly as well. And I think it will make it easier to manage. Because, when you've got like different inboxes everywhere, it just like, it's too much. So I think actually, if for me, being able to bring it all into one place, WhatsApp being that place, I think will be really useful.
Definitely. I'd read an article actually a couple of weeks ago that was saying about how people don't always want to respond publicly on things anymore. I suppose because there's a lot of trolling and stuff like that, people don't want to do it. So actually giving them that other way of communicating with you means it's private, it's offline, no one's going to have a go at them for what they've said or anything like that. So it is becoming a lot more popular, isn't it? So
it is, absolutely. There's Ofcom have just released their annual report. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. That's my reading for the weekend. But I suspect in that we're going to see stats that say, again, we're moving more to this one-to-one communication through things like WhatsApp. We're sharing more content through channels like WhatsApp, Telegram, things like that. So there's another app called Signal, although it's not used as much as Telegram. But even Facebook messages, Instagram messages, there's way more happening there now than there is in terms of comments in main feed. And we can't measure that stuff, unfortunately. But this is where dark social comes into play, and us being aware and giving people the opportunity to communicate with us in that way. So yeah, I'm all for it. I'm quite excited. Looking forward to testing it.
Definitely. Yeah.
So.
It really wasn't that exciting.
Go on, right, Nicole.
I'm just here for the bants, really, aren't I? And obviously Jane's last live lunch, I had to make it. Because I knew in my head as well, that's the thing. I was like thinking, oh my God, I need to make it to live lunch because this is Jane's last one. So yeah. But anyway, my story is, even though I'm sure the guys will update you further on this, is that
so tell the story then. So you've jumped on to join this, and I said, Nicole, have you got something? And you told us.
Yeah, I told them what it was, and then they all said, well, it's been changed now. It's of course Twitter. It's a Twitter update. They're changing. I don't know. Well, we worked out what this article, this news thing had changed within 24 hours. But basically, in 24 hours, well, let's rewind back. 24 hours ago, Blue Subscribe on Twitter would feature in the For You page. So whoever is tweeting as a Blue subscriber and paying that subscription would feature at the top above anybody else. And then I've just been told on here that they've axed that now. Yeah. So my story is just pointless, really.
It isn't. This is why it's so important that we stay on top of this stuff, right? So yeah, like 24 hours ago, whatever, Elon Musk is saying the only tweets that will be shown in the For You area are from Twitter Blue subscribers, and then people are in uproar. And 24 hours later, he's going, "Oh no! Now you're asking me more specifically. Other people will be in there too." It's like, oh no, I didn't mean that in the first place. It's like, backpedal much?
Yeah, and I don't get what he means when he says that though, because he could still go ahead with what he's saying, as in they would feature at the top, but all the others that haven't paid for the blue subscription would just feature throughout that For You page. I don't know. I don't really get this whole, I feel like he's trying to glam it up because it's not exceeding the expectations that he wanted. So he's trying to like make it better, but it's, yeah, you're sort of cutting out a lot of people that aren't going to buy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Look, you said something interesting about the people that have subscribed, the sort of the size of the accounts.
Yeah, there's a researcher been tracking sort of Twitter Blue's subscriptions since January, and they have found out that around half of all users have less than 1,000 followers. So it hasn't worked to boost followers, for one thing, and also the people that are sort of buying it are not sort of high level people in that respect. And then out of that, about 78,000 of the paying subscribers have less than 100 followers on their account.
Wow.
So it's obviously people trying to think it's going to attract people to their account, but it's not. So it's obviously not working in that way. But also, I would imagine that Elon Musk and Twitter were thinking that it would be a bit higher level people that would be paying for it to then boost themselves even further. But it just hasn't happened. I mean, there's a tweet embedded on Mashable at the minute, but there's a tweet embedded in there that sort of probably sums it up. A little bit controversial, but someone has put, starting April the 15th. This is to do with Nicole's story when this was still current as well. Starting April the 15th, only white nationalists with 30 followers will be in your For You recommendations. So I don't know whether people have drilled down to exactly who have been sort of paying for the Twitter Blue, but yeah, it's just not kicking on, is it?
No, I mean there's so much wrong with Twitter at the minute. It's unreal.
I mean, there was the thing the other day about is it halved in value since Elon took it over, but then he'd come out and said, but it's only a short sort of time away from being a £265 billion valuation. Well,
and do you know what? There is a certain thing just generally in business when you look at the growth of a business, growth cycles, that kind of thing. It's quite often that like because my camera's reversed, I don't know how to do this to show you the right way. But it's like you kind of grow and then there's a dip and then you grow again and there's a dip and you grow again. And when you zoom out on that, it looks like a nice steady growth line. But when you go in, you see all these little bits where it drops and it comes up again and it drops and it comes up again. So it's not, I mean, I do think it's a dramatic drop, but it could go either way. It really could go either way. So it's an interesting animal to watch right now from that perspective.
You have a theory, don't you, about Elon Musk that you do?
It was a bit of a joke theory. Not sure it's real. He could be an AI that's just broke, and maybe he's just not sort of clicking, and that's sort of links into maybe why Elon Musk, the AI, has been urging a halt to AI training around the world.
I was going to say, did you see the open letter?
Yeah,
it's I mean that's I don't know what I think. In some ways, I feel like so what's happened is I'm going to forget all the names now. So Elon Musk,
Steve Wozniak,
and then I don't really know the other names. There's about another 4, 5, 6 names.
Yeah, I can get it. Hold on.
And they've put this open letter together to basically anyone working on AI to say just stop for 6 months. It's going so fast, and the potential of it in terms of negative impact on us as a species, essentially. It's like we need to slow down now. And it's kind of, in some ways, I'm like, yeah, it is all a bit scary, and maybe this kind of like race to the top thing. They've kind of like leveled it, like stop working on anything beyond Chat GPT. Well, anything beyond GPT-4, they've basically said stop working on for 6 months. Part of me is like, yeah, slow it down. But there's a big part of me that feels like, innovation. We've been innovating for centuries, and every innovation has happened quicker and quicker and quicker. So should we slow it down? Should we be... phone's ringing.
Yeah.
Who's ringing us in the middle of live lunch? What's that about?
Oh, I can hear the phone.
They know where
going.
you are.
Mine's just gone now.
That's really funny. Kim, get the phone. Get the phone.
We've never. I'm thinking about that though. I don't think we've ever had a call during live lunch.
Once before.
Oh, my dog's barking.
In the early days, I even answered it on live lunch, I think.
Yeah.
Because we weren't so serious about it then. So it was just like, just go on mute and answer the phone.
Like as if we are now. Priorities.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So what's you got any thoughts?
I've read a couple of sort of bits about it, and obviously there's also been an article where the UK's ruled out a specific regulator for AI as well. So I suppose it's thinking about how you sort of regulate it and make it safe in terms of some of the things that AI can generate, and it's looking at, is it going to create sort of misinformation, unsafe information? What happens if you get rejected for something on AI? How do you actually argue against that and things like that? So it's that equality thing, I suppose, as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff around bias in there and diversity. Yeah.
So I suppose it perhaps does need a bit of, whether regulation is the right word, but thought about how it is controlled and used. Obviously, we've spoken about basic things like content creation and things like that, which obviously in itself is fine. But as it expands out, then I suppose it does need a bit more thought about what's being chucked out of these systems. Yeah.
And I think there needs to be more guidance about how you input a request.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's what it's going to chuck out is in response to what's been chucked in.
And I think it comes back to the, obviously ChatGPT has been the one that is foremost in everyone's mind. And obviously we've said about some of the drawbacks of it at the minute, but probably there's a lot of people out there that are using things like that for the first time, but don't understand that it's not the be all and end all at this point as well. So it's a bit of education as well, I suppose.
Yeah, totally. Cool. Okay, so what else you got, Mark?
That was it, really. That sort of combined my other bits, really. So yeah, Elon AI. Yeah, all three in one.
I feel like all the social medias though, well, not all of them, but I feel like TikTok's going through it as well at the moment. Like everyone, Twitter's up and down now. TikTok's up and down. Like, are we losing TikTok? Is it going to happen? Was that someone's?
I think it'll be fine actually, because it's had this stuff. It's just had this constantly. So there's a lot of fear mongering around it, and I just feel like it's they're prepared for it.
That actually leads on to one of my stories. So shall I do my smooth transition? So TikTok's owner, ByteDance, is that how you say it? ByteDance. Yeah. They're showcasing a new app called Lemon8, which is currently rising in the App Store, and it's the aim to build their US presence again. So it's described as a place for young creatives to share a diverse range of content. And if I'm honest, it looks just like Instagram. It's photos, it's short videos, it's carousels. You can share it, you can like it, you can comment on it, and you can save it. And it's all a photo-based platform. So it's getting a lot of critique at the moment for being just like Instagram, but their aim is to get their US presence back. I don't know if any of you have seen Lemon8.
Little bit.
Did you?
Lemon8.
Lemon8, as in which I couldn't count them.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Still,
Fine.
Just go for
Definitely got that
4.
right the first
Yeah. Lemon8, the number. Have you guys seen it? Do you think
Lemon8.
it looks like Instagram?
it is very Instagram. It is very. I preferred Instagram to it. Just sort of the interface and stuff. I was like, it didn't feel like it brought any additional value.
No. The only difference I could see is that where the save button on Instagram's on the right and the like and the comments are on the left, it was just the other way around. That was literally one of the only differences. But we will see if it takes off. It is apparently rising on the App Store. So yeah.
I saw a thing about, obviously, so the thing with TikTok in the US specifically, because they've kind of kicked this off, them banning it on government devices is because they're linked with the Chinese government, right? But then I saw an article, and I'd have to find the screenshot because I can't remember the stuff that's on it. And it was basically like, out of the top 20, top 50 apps downloaded in the US, like how many of them are basically Chinese owned, or have the same links back. So it's like I said, it is a really interesting thing. But because TikTok have had this because it's been there all the way through, it's like they've always been ready to fight it. I saw something had been leaked from them about like, okay, are we basically a Mythbuster document, and some of the stuff in there is quite interesting as well about what's the truth around their ownership and stuff like that. So it is interesting. But when you think about it, it's no different to any other business saying you can't have Facebook on your work device.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Do you want your MP spending his lunch break on TikTok?
I can't remember what business it is
He's
now, but
entertained
they
or not.
ban TikTok from their phones. I can't remember. I need to I don't know if anyone else has seen that. There's certain companies that are banning their use of TikTok within the work premises.
Yeah.
But I've just looked at that Lemon8 and I'm sorry, we don't need another Instagram. Like
Instagram 2.0.
It literally is so right. I'm actually shocked. I'm like, it's literally a rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
But I suppose they'll be marketing it to the demographic of TikTok that it's something different, even though you could just go on Instagram and do the same thing.
It's just another platform that you've got to think, oh God, I've got to post on that now, and it's just like.
But it's following it's also following the cycle, right? So, and I know I've explained this to you, and you've seen me teach it. New social media platform appears, the kids jump on because they want to get away from the parentals, right? The kids are on it. The kids will be on Lemon8. The yummy mummies, let's say, will still be on Instagram. So now I've got freedom over here, right? Marketers jump on to sort of leverage that audience because they know what's going to happen next. Those yummy mummies are going to follow. And then what happens is the same thing again, the same thing again, the same thing again.
Because it's like TikTok, I feel like we all said it and had this discussion when sort of TikTok was on the rise, and we were all like, yeah, not for us. And it's like now I'm on it. It's addictive. I can't come off it. Is Lemon8 going to be one of those things where I'm going to be like, no. But if you sort of get ahead of the game, you're on it, you're prepared, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Something different. I don't really know what else we could do. I don't know what else we could do though. Should we brainstorm a social media app? Right here, right now, right here.
All right, okay, so if we were going to create our own social media app, what would be the what would be the central thing about it? Would it be video? Would it be text? Would it be static imagery?
Oh, this is so hard. I feel like everything has been covered at this point.
So here's the thing: how do you reinvent something that's been done so many times?
Yeah. We need like a little hologram to come out the phone or something.
That's going to be the metaverse, though, isn't it? When that happens.
You know,
Yeah.
I saw an article. I haven't got as far as reading the article to dig it out, and because I really like the title, and it basically says the metaverse, like MEH, meh. So yeah, and it was some stuff about what Meta have been doing or what they're working on. But yeah, I thought that was really funny as a headline, but I haven't read the article yet, so I can't tell you any more.
Maybe we do like a, I don't know, a singing app, like a performing app.
That's one for
Like-
you and Molly. Oh, we didn't get prepared with our song for Jane.
Oh,
really?
I had enough for that on Tuesday.
all right, go on then. So what's one of the ones from Tuesday?
They were just picking random songs and putting my name in them, and then they got onto singing "Candle in the Wind." I was like, I'm not dead. And they had their phones out with their torches on, waving them around while singing "Candle in the Wind" at me. It wasn't good.
Well, there was an ABBA song as well, wasn't there? What was the ABBA song you were doing?
There was a bit of voulez-vous going on.
Yeah.
Jane,
Because for the outside world, Jane loves ABBA.
Yeah.
She loves it.
No.
Like, so yeah.
Yeah, tag her in all things ABBA.
Yes.
Please don't do that. Unfriend.
Wow, so fickle. Okay, so since no one's going to sing,
I just know.
Yeah, but you're a natural performer.
Maybe don't do that. You might get a shock.
all I can say is, why do you think I've got involved in in this other business? It's all around personal development and human psychology. I'm just leaving that there. Just let that hang. Amazing. I mean, you know, they say all problems are a leadership problem, right? Oh man! All right, come on. So Molly, have you got something else for us?
I have, yes. I've got a YouTube story. So later this summer, YouTube will let advertisers target Gen Z audience based on trending music. So this is to increase engagement and interaction on ads, which I thought, well, I mean, maybe it's going to have a feature, but I thought, like, surely people are already using trending music. I don't know. But maybe it's going to be a feature where it's like, oh, here are the trending songs at the moment. But yeah, it wasn't very detailed, but that is rolling out later this summer.
I've noticed, like, when I'm on YouTube, for example, an ad would be someone's music video, but it would be like a quite popular song. But I've noticed that for quite some time. It'll play the whole 3-minute song. And then, to be fair, I have Shazam them where I'm like, oh, yeah, I like that. Like, I'll play it because it's, I don't know.
I'm distracted now.
I was just saying, I proceeded to say something. You're there like,
Molly, do you use Shazam?
Yeah.
Mark?
Yeah, on Siri, yeah.
Use Shazam on Siri?
I use it on Snapchat.
I use it on Snapchat.
Yeah. So if you ask Siri, what is this song? It is Shazam that it works through, isn't it, on that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I didn't know that.
I always just use the actual Shazam app.
Yeah, I used to have that.
I never downloaded it. I've never used it before last Saturday.
My entire playlist and my phone is from Shazam songs that are usually off the telly or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was like,
Tumbleweed.
it's a really normal thing that everybody does, apart from me.
I've used that for like 10 years.
Yeah, but that's kind of what was said to me. Like, how are you not? Like, what do you mean you haven't got it? Like
It's so
what?
easy.
I think
It's
I did
so
used to have
easy.
the app, but yeah, you don't really need the app anymore.
The annoying thing is, though, you know, when it's like 3 seconds of the song and you're like, quick.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't work. Well, I guess it's 3 seconds. It's quite short, isn't it?
Mhm.
Like, say if you're walking, and when you're in a loud area, but you can hear the song so clearly, and then you're trying to Shazam it, but they're just like, can't work right now, or whatever. Try again later, and you're just like, the song's over.
See, because I just let my Apple Music play, and then when it finishes my playlist, it just plays, just like suggested stuff essentially. So if there's something, I'm like, oh, I like that. It's just in the history, so I just go and find it that way.
But you never like pick it up from other things like around you?
Yeah. Like off the telly or playing in a shop or something.
I don't watch TV. So no on that one. And then when I'm out shopping and stuff, I'm like, all of that's blocked out. I'm deleting.
Do you have your AirPods in?
Yeah, probably.
Shut away in your own little world.
Yeah, which I know won't shock any. Like you guys know, I'm permanently in my own little world. Yeah. So yeah, it's funny. So yeah, that distracted me, but interesting insight into me as a person, perhaps.
I have noticed, Molly, your story from a few weeks ago. Spotify adding the stories now. Does anybody else know?
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah. I was so confused what you meant then. I was in.
Sorry, I didn't say that very well. Yeah.
When you said story, I was like, what have I posted on Instagram? Sorry, different platform.
Yeah, Spotify stories.
So, yeah.
They're quite interesting, actually. Like, I've gone on a few.
What kind of, is it just like Instagram stories, people showing the same sort of content?
Yeah, literally, yeah. But it's like it's artists, like their story, like just suggesting their music to you. Artists.
London.
I think it's quite a good idea. I thought,
There used to be something on Apple Music that you could do sort of status updates, but is that, I don't know whether that's still there.
I don't think so.
Or there was, or some kind of updates from artists. I'm sure there was, but that might have been a few years ago.
I feel like the only problem with that though is like what Jane was saying earlier. People don't like publicizing stuff like that. Like, I don't know, say you're listening to Mamma Mia. Do you want your whole audience to know that's what you listen to in your spare time?
No.
No. You'd only post like street cred songs, wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean?
What would you post?
I don't know, but like
Eminem.
You wouldn't post if you were listening to like a film soundtrack because people would be like, oh dear.
Do you
if it was Disney?
Yeah.
I love some Disney.
I don't
music.
do that.
No, of course not.
But I'm not about to share to my friends like, look what I'm listening to, Moana.
You just shared it on live.
Shared it on yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Cool. Right. Has anyone got anything else news-wise?
Yeah, I did have another one, quick one actually. Yoast, where the founders of Yoast have invested in a new plugin, which is an accessibility plugin, accessibility checker. So obviously you can put websites into external accessibility checkers and check things like for visually impaired people and things like that. But this will actually do it in the back end of the site on a permanent basis. So it just makes it a bit easier by the sound of it. So I should probably download that for ours and have a look at that.
Yeah.
But just so you can do, permanent checks and make sure that you're trying to be as helpful and compliant as possible.
Brilliant.
So
I mean, Yoast is a good product, so I would think that they'll develop that out really nicely. Yeah,
for the article I read, I'm not sure whether it's going to be branded as Yoast or whether it's just been sort of set up by the same people that set up Yoast. But yeah, it seems to be out there, and it's called Equalized Digital Accessibility Checker, I think.
Oh, that's a sexy name.
Yeah. Yeah,
I haven't forgotten that already.
No, actually, I've just gone onto WordPress and it's not branded as Yoast. It's just called Equalized Digital, but it's out there. Only got 2,000 active installations at the minute. It's that new.
One in a minute.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I have one thing. It's a much bigger thing, so I need to write it up as a blog and probably a couple of blogs actually. Please don't take that as a promise that I'm going to do that for this week's blog. So, like I think I mentioned it already, Ofcom have released their latest sort of state of digital report. And I've seen a couple of things being reported from it now, but there's one thing that is just absolutely crazy, and it's to do with Snapchat usage. Okay, so this is in the UK. A lot of stats we see are global. This is based on the UK. The number of children between 2 and 5 using Snapchat on a daily basis it's gone from like 12, I think it was 12% up. Is it 12% to 15? Or from 15 to 17, I can't quite remember now. But isn't that crazy? Like 15, 17% of kids 2 to 5 are using Snapchat.
Can they even talk at 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as a rule,
Family talking.
Yeah.
It's like...
But it's like, I mean, like honestly, you give a 2-year-old a mobile device, they can take the photos and all that sort of stuff. So it's obviously like parent opening up the app, giving them the phone, and they're playing with the, it's mental, absolutely mental.
Even that like percentage before, whether it is 12 or 15, is a lot. I think that is
it's just crazy.
I would think that they're at that age, you're probably playing games on the phone, not, you know what I mean, or watching Peppa Pig or something like that. Like, I wouldn't think your Snapchat's a bit bougie, isn't it?
The thing is, they're probably on there watching Peppa Pig. Like they're watching Peppa Pig, right? And then the notification comes up, and they know to click on it, and they know there's going to be something funny there, and they've seen mum and dad do whatever to go back. Like this is how they learn.
I just don't think it's the platform to go on, because it's like even on your discovery page, the articles are a bit horrible on there sometimes.
And so there's been a like I said, there's a lot that I've skimmed and not read in depth, but they've then sort of kicked back a little bit with some stats on how many accounts they're closing down on like a daily, weekly, monthly basis, because they are people trying to create accounts that are not old enough to have accounts.
How old do you have to be to have a Snapchat account?
I think it's 14.
Is it 14?
14.
Wow, that's still quite young, I think. I can't. I feel like it's 18s and younger. TikTok are trying to limit their screen time on the app.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's something
Yeah.
I've seen as well.
Yeah.
Can they do that for 22-year-olds, please? Because I'm on it too much.
But I think you can. There is a setting you can.
That's the thing. They just lock that.
But there is a thing you can limit your own.
This is
It's Nicole's
so addicted.
Different 2 hours.
This is in a different time zone, isn't it now?
What are you talking about?
You and your delay.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I'm delayed. Sorry.
Because you're in a different time zone.
Wi-Fi, and it's not looking good, is it? You know what I mean? Well, I did a speed test, Mark, on the Wi-Fi. So the old Wi-Fi was running at 0.89.
Yeah,
right.
Said, yeah.
And Mark's was running at 150 or something like that. I can't remember. And now I checked this one the other day because we were all having problems with it. 126. Well, I thought, oh, that's an improvement, but it's not really showing it. I was on the phone to the PlusNet man the other day, being like, "What's going on?" I've had it less than a week. Anyway, sorry, that's my technical issues. But actually, I stayed on the Wi-Fi for this call, so I think that's quite an accomplishment, really.
She said that and then broke up a bit.
Yeah, you said that in a robot voice, but you know.
Well, I was about to say like proud of you, but
yeah.
Okay, right. Let's wrap it. What are you gonna say?
Sorry, Paul Green's just said best of luck in your new role, Jane. Hashtag
I
missing
know, I
you.
saw that. Thank you, Paul.
Oh.
Missing you too.
I'm missing you already, Jane. You haven't even gone yet.
Oh, thanks.
Jane's just like, I'm not.
Nicole who?
It'll be Jane Who by the end of next week, won't it? Who's that woman who used to sit over there?
No.
Something's missing opposite my desk. I can't work it out.
Oh, it's Lady Penelope.
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, let's do it for one last time, Jane. We need to do the wave goodbye.
Okay.
Oh, this is a bit mush.
Bye. See you all next week on the Green Umbrella Live Lunch.